Hello, there is Dina here of Soul Purpose Publishing and Coaching. And today I want to talk about self awareness and the importance of that. And basically, the title is Self Awareness is the Prerequisite to Create a New Reality, to change anything in your life. Yesterday, or a few days ago, I talked about about that acceptance comes before change. Now, even before acceptance comes self-awareness. So, by becoming our own observer, we start to expand our consciousness. It affects positively our relationships once we know how our mind works. And what we're after is to what I call the supply chain of the mind. And that is to become aware of, to know that you think and you feel, and then you act in terms of what you say and what you do, and then there's a result. There's a consequence or an outcome. And we want to have different results, different outcomes, different consequences. We got to change the way we look at something so that, in other words, the thinking part, the meanings we give, so that we can change the way that we feel. Because we're always in a state, that's the feeling, the mind-body state, and we always act from state. We always take action from state. And if we don't change the way we think about something so that we have a different meaning, we don't feel differently about it, then we're going to take the same action. We're going to have the same results. This also changes our relationship with our triggers, because we get triggered into feeling low or feeling frustrated or impatient or dissatisfied or any other negative emotion, low vibration emotion that makes us feel, these states. Okay, and we don't have control over the trigger. Cannot change that. We can only change our response. And we can only change our response by becoming aware of how we think and feel. Now, this is really amazing, especially if you might be going through a patch of frustration, of things not actually working out, is to start with to see what is going on here. What is going on here in my body, in my mind, in my body, because there's something out of sync there. And that's really very powerful, because we have, about 65,000 thoughts every day. And we have the same thoughts tomorrow and the same thoughts yesterday and the day before, etc., etc. And the only way to become aware of that is to start with becoming aware of how we feel. And, it's always handy when we go and we want to up level to our reality, our business, and it feels like we're hitting that ceiling. It feels like it doesn't move. Is to become aware of what is going on here. What are the programs running? How is this operating system operating? So that we can change that. Now, of course, what is affected is our vibration. So if we have thoughts and then subsequent emotions that lower our vibration, then, of course, we start entertaining. It's our false self sneaking in with some kind of trigger that makes us think of self-doubt, of it's not happening, it's not fast enough. And that's a big one for me as well, is that impatience, that thing of, I don't see the results yet. And there's a lovely reframe for that when we feel that way, is to say to ourselves, that I heard from someone, I can't remember who, that says the lack of evidence. Lack of evidence does not mean evidence of lack. So, what's important first and foremost is to start journaling about this. Not a heavy journal, just do it 3 times a day. I call it the self awareness journal, 3 times a day. And whenever you have a strong emotion, whether it's positive or negative, is to unpack this supply chain of your mind. And it's very short, just to create, what is the situation or what's happening? How do I feel about this? So, what feeling do I have? What emotion do I have? What am I thinking here about this to create this emotion? And then, what action am I taking or going to take, or what action did I take already? Even in hindsight, this is very powerful. And what's the outcome? What is that result that I got? And then to look at, it's not what you want, to look at that thinking and say, does this thought, do these thoughts or this line of thinking serve me? And if it isn't, then know it's your default thinking. That is actually, that's where you do, that's where the meaning comes from. And to change that. So is this true? Probably not. And how else can I look at this? What else can this mean? And start looking at something differently, so that you can think about differently, so that you can feel about it differently, so that you can take different actions and move yourself forward deliberately, consciously. I hope this helps. Let me know how it goes, and I'll chat to you soon. Sorry, I see the sun is really creeping up here on my face. I'll chat to you tomorrow. Bye for now.